I think you jumped on your bike, pedalled home, and whacked off. Whoa, we're joined by Cameron and Duggan as we watch Risky Business for this week's episode of...
Well, we'll just tell your mother that we ate it all.
Alrighty.
Cameron Duggan, the funniest man in the world.
There he is.
We got him.
That's the pod.
We secured it.
Doing my own intros. Loving this.
Don't worry,
We'll
boys. I got it from here.
We'll introduce you in about 30 minutes.
If you want to take charge completely and just run with it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't mind doing that at all.
Yeah. Do it like it's your podcast. And we're the three
come in
guests
and
on
mug
it.
you guys off.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
this is
yeah.
like the last member of like Sydney podcast royalty. We've
We've
had every member of,
We have not yet had... No, I'm not gonna. There's a few names that come to
Who do we
mind.
need? Who do we need that's the biggest get we could get?
We haven't...
We've had all of Total Reboot, where you hot in high school, Ladies Guide to do the cinema, now all of the Mug Off.
We should get some of the Dragon Friends guys
Should we?
Yeah.
and beat them up for playing
Nerd
D&D,
games.
dude.
Yeah, get your little nerd game out. We're here to talk about movies.
Yeah.
That's
the
what we
coolest
do.
podcast
We talk about
format.
movies.
Yeah.
There's very little chat about movies, I hear.
No,
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
It's not a great deal.
I've not actually listened to this podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't worry.
That's
you
fine.
better
I
fine.
listen
off.
to every episode of your podcast.
It is very good, though.
Yeah, it is very
I only
good.
listen to the ones you're not on. So,
Yeah, but so-
that one Crookshank episode.
Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah, man.
No, it wasn't. No, they need me.
They can't really. McGowan looked like a deer in headlights when he was here. Just kept turning around being like, where's Cameron?
Yeah, no one will call a fat idiot.
Cave troll.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see, I think, where the bottom rung of a different podcast sits on our ladder. Do you know what I mean? Because I feel like... Do you know what I mean?
Oh, so you mean like who's the
We're
one?
going to get bullied by the bully...
Oh, I
the
thought
Mug
you were
Off.
talking about ranking the Mug Off
No,
people.
no. I'm saying...
We
in
can do
order.
that.
Yeah.
We can do that.
I was going to be like, man.
I'm at the top.
Yeah, because I was going to say Yaz is hard to beat.
Skinner.
Yeah, well,
And Jerry.
yeah.
Crookshank.
Yeah, Shank is, MVP of that pod. Yeah, man. So last night,
Yeah.
I did something I'd never done before.
Uh-huh.
Is I made my own bong for the first time. I'd
What,
never done
like
it.
with
Never
a-
done that before.
Well,
Yeah, I didn't smoke weed in high school. So
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I didn't start till I was older.
Gatorade bottle?
It's a
Gatorade
Coles
saxophone.
spring water bottle because that was all that was available in my house. I fucked it up like several times. There's like 2 full rolls of blue tack in there getting it going, but I got it done. I made my own little bong.
What an idiot.
Yeah, it was like, it was also like not a cool, like, this will be a fun project for the night. I got home at 4 a.m., realized I'd left my bongs at I bonged at a friend's place, and I was like, I need to smoke weed. So like 4 a.m. getting like scissors and fucking
This is,
like...
this
Don't
is
you have,
what
like,
he
a
did
pint?
last night is we were at the pub and somebody suggested going back to... We were at the pub near where we live.
Yeah.
Somebody suggested going back to another place. So I went home. But they stopped by his house to
get
take
bong.
the bong to take to
Yeah.
several suburbs away.
In Ashfield. It wasn't close. Like,
Yeah.
it was a good 20-minute car ride away. I was like, apparently there's some weed there. So we're
Yeah,
getting in
right.
the Uber, boys.
What a dummy.
Yeah, it was. I probably shouldn't have. But it was pretty fun. Although, yeah, what did we end up fucking even doing there? We were watching, like, I just wanted to play Super Smash Brothers. But everyone else wanted to watch bad comedians on
Said you were
YouTube.
just
So.
super smashed, brother.
Not really. We didn't have enough weed. It was a bit of an issue. We had a bit of an...
Did you get into a fight? Because I'd love to see you guys get into a fight because there's not enough weed.
We didn't get
Yeah.
into a fight.
You're like, Charlie, I'm on edge.
We didn't get into a fight, but like there were moments where it was tense in the room. Like, we were looking at what we had, and looking at the number of people. I was like, we might have a problem here, guys.
Yeah, how to know that your friendship's truly real instead of based on possession of an illicit
Yeah.
substance.
Sitting around quietly
Yeah.
being stoned together.
Just like,
Well,
we can't just sit quietly without weed.
Yeah.
or
also
else
like
I'm gonna
once
think
the
about
weed ran out,
murdering you.
there's the part where you like it was like I have to stay at least half an hour more. So it's not like I'm obviously leaving because we ran out of weed. Like you gotta like
Oh,
do
is
the
that
half-
like a social etiquette
yeah,
thing?
man. It'd be like if I came over, drank your beers, and left right away.
Yeah, I'd be okay. I'd be alright with that, I
Nah.
think.
I feel like you probably have done that.
yeah.
Take the beers with you and just go earlier.
Oh, the...
Yeah.
Mint
I
shit.
might just grab like the
Okay.
six pack and head out.
Well, I mean, what's Tim Minchin going to do to us?
Yeah, that's
It's
true.
like
Yeah,
nobody's.
Man.
dimension.
Yeah, I'd love for Tim Minchin to listen to every episode of this podcast in case we
Troll
mention
him.
the time
I'm
he
gonna
once
send this to
sold
him.
6 beers.
Well, I heard Tim Minchin is your biggest fan, Jamie.
He actually does
He
love
talks
my
about you all
comedy.
the time. He
Yeah.
wanted to cast you as Mrs. Trunchbull in Matilda, but
Really?
Yeah.
I
Dude,
can't.
that's sick.
I can't dance though.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. Well, also said that you were.
But you can sing.
I
like
can. I've got
anything
pipes
else.
of an angel.
Yeah, that is true. I would love it if Jamie was just like an amazing singer and it just hadn't come up this whole time.
You just didn't know about a talent.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
have a talent like that no one knows about, Jamie?
I don't think so.
I
Do
always
you?
forget about the
Do
piano
I?
thing.
I've
Yeah.
Everyone is well abreast of anything I could do well. How
Oh,
about
yeah.
you, Hastings? You'd have
Tell a
some
joke
fucking
and
weird
cut a
shit.
steak.
Nothing I'm super good at. I got stuff
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
okay at. But Jamie did classical piano for like a decade.
yeah,
or some
yeah,
shit. Like,
yeah. I guess I'm an 8th grade pianist. Yeah.
yeah. I've never seen you touch a musical instrument.
No.
Some
Yeah.
people are surprised that I'm a relatively competent musician.
Yeah.
I
I've
think.
seen you play. I saw your band at the.
You did. You
at
saw
the
our
Vic.
first ever gig.
Yeah. Are you still in that band?
Yeah, but we've been on a long hiatus because one of the guys had a kid.
That's what they
Yeah,
told
right.
her.
I
They
yeah,
changed
sure.
name and
I do
got a
worry
different
that
trans woman
happened.
to play bass.
I do worry
I
that that's
because
happened.
I thought you quit because I've seen them at several shows since. They're a great band.
Oh.
They've got better.
Well,
Yeah.
like they are a great band. Like I don't write any of the
Yeah.
songs.
They're going by Sticky Fingers now and
No,
just
no.
cranking out the hits.
Do you have any talents that people don't know about? You seem like someone who'd be like able to suck their own dick or something like that.
When I was a
You
kid,
have
I
to-
could.
That's why he tried to suck his own dick
Yeah, when I
on
was a kid, I
stage.
could suck my own dick.
Of course.
We were talking. We were just talking before you got here about how funny I think it would be to
watch
watch
him
Hastings
get a
get
blowjob.
sucked off. Like just like someone down there. I was even saying like I'd do it just to see what it was like. If he's just you're just like suck him off, and he's like, "It's pretty sick." Just
This
like
rules, man.
yeah, it's just like, "Do you want to get a beer after this?" Thinking
does.
about getting back in a bed. Oh,
Yeah. I've been talking about starting a band recently, but you know.
Can you play an instrument?
Yeah. I played guitar and bass for like a
Yeah,
long time.
right.
Yeah.
You
Guitar
like you want to
mostly.
start a band just so you can manage it?
that would be what I would do. Yeah.
And put a call out for musicians and get them gigs.
No, without getting away, me and Yaz
That'd be
talking
what
about
Jamie-
starting a
Yeah, I'd
band.
love to do that.
Yeah.
I'd love to get into band management. I reckon I could get you a gig.
Man, manage mine and Yaz's new band.
All right, done.
It's gonna be
What's
great.
Yaz playing?
Yaz is the front man. Yeah, I asked him if he could sing, and he was like, "Nah," but I'm kind of like the vibe of the band. All right.
I mean, like for what you're doing, you don't really need to be able to sing, right?
Yeah, we're just gonna do like pop punk stuff. It's gonna be like pretty.
Yeah,
fun.
right.
Yeah.
Just
But have you heard Yaz belt out a couple of bars? Just
Never.
So
I
what if
have.
it's like really bad?
Man, great.
I lived with a guy. I heard him singing all the time. Beautiful voice.
Yeah.
Great vibe too.
Yeah. Man.
He's walking
That's the
around and you're just like,
bit.
this guy's got real front man qualities.
Yeah. It's just hyping me up as I walk in the house.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. What have you been up to, Duggan? What's been going on with you?
Just fucking trying to stay dry.
Yeah, man.
It's pretty hectic.
It's like looking out the window right now. It's properly torrential.
A lot of twisted umbrellas on the streets.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. That's
uh,
always a.
But
That's
thanks for inviting me over on this record raining day.
To be fair, we did invite you before.
Yeah, that's my. I should have checked bomb before.
Yeah.
You've
Before
always
I
gotta
agreed.
check.
Yeah.
yeah, whatever. I don't know. I think it's like. Is it people? Is it helping the fires? Is it anyone? I haven't seen much
Apparently a
about it.
third
You're
of
asking
them-
me. I don't work
know,
for
you
it.
seem like
Apparently-
you'd read the news.
I work for RFS.
Apparently, about a third of them have gone out. Because
Oh, that's great.
I think one of the big boys just got taken down.
That's good, man.
Mm.
Just a little boss fight.
You
Yeah.
couldn't sound more apathetic about fires.
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
Have they? I don't know. Fucking.
Well, I was, they've just been going on so long. You just kind of get drained out on them. It's such a bummer.
I mean, this is
Yeah. How dare they fucking toy with your mood?
I mean, this
Really
is a
fucking up
guy.
my weekend.
This is a guy who spearheaded a powerbomb fire relief show and told us not to market it, so that when we didn't come close to selling out, we didn't have to mention it anywhere.
Yeah,
It's the-
and
it's
who
like
was
the-
right?
It's like the one.
Not
show.
you. This is like the one show of the year that hasn't sold for like 45 tickets.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
we all.
Why? What was the idea behind not promoting
It
it?
wasn't not promoting
It's
it.
to seem
it's-
cool
No,
and
no,
woke.
no. That's what Alex said. That wasn't me.
Yeah, well,
No, it was because I didn't want to do like a big fire fundraising show. It's like let's just quietly do the profits of a show and mention it, but without it's not like the big fun fire show.
Yeah.
We were just like, oh, we'll just do the profits of a regular show to the fire, so it's not so like virtue signaling,
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I'm very worried about what people think of me.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, It's mostly I just worry that people don't think about me at all.
You probably have a fair idea of what people think. They yelled at you out of cars.
Napoleon Dynamite.
People tend not to hold back their opinions on me. People always feel really comfortable for some reason.
Yeah.
Just letting me know exactly what they reckon.
You're exactly the kind of guy who has a yell at me vibe.
Yeah, man. One time my stepdad said to me, like, do people hassle you on the street because of, like, your haircut or whatever? And I was like, like, not sometimes, not really. And he's like, because if I was the type of guy to, like, get someone, like, I'd get you. Like, I was like, oh,
Your
my
stepdad.
stepdad. Like, he meant it in, like, a night, but yeah, it came out right. It sounded like my stepdad wanted to bash me.
Yeah,
Maybe he does.
It does sound like that.
Yeah, maybe he does.
I
you
don't
think
know.
you
I
could
don't
take-
think we should be writing that off.
Do you think you could take your stepdad down? Because you couldn't take your dad down, right?
No, my dad would beat the shit out of me.
Yeah.
A stepdad, I think I could probably take him now that he's a little older and I'm a little less unfit. But he'd probably still beat me up. He's like a soft musician boy. Like, he's not
As opposed to you, the hardened.
warrior.
Yeah.
Streetwise
Street
emo.
tough comedian.
Yeah, dude. I'm on the streets, getting into scraps.
Scrapping.
Yeah, man.
Throwing hands.
Man, if it comes to it, if the situation calls for it, I'll.
Do you immediately try and go into wrestling moves?
Yeah, I try to pick someone
Try
up for a
and
tombstone.
DDT someone.
Yeah, it never works. I'm like, no, you got to jump with me to make this. Haven't you seen the documentaries? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, man. I don't know. I could. Maybe we should get into fighting dudes on the street more. Maybe that's the direction we could take this in.
Like bum fights.
No. Is it just like rolling dudes?
Oh, you want the podcast to turn into us just rolling people?
I didn't say anything about the podcast. I just think we
meant
should go
generally
out,
in life.
roll some people for their durries and phones.
Do you think we could roll someone, you and me?
Yeah, try and roll me, cunt. See if you get my dories off me.
Obviously, we're not going for Duggan.
No, but who would we go for? You and me.
Teenage girls. Like younger teen boys.
How young we talking?
Like 13.
Yeah,
I'll roll a 13-year-old boy.
I could roll a 13.
All those 13-year-olds running around with durries. This is such a stupid plan.
Whatever. Like, whatever they got. Their phone, their Velcro wallets. Their...
Well, that's it. Like, why would you rob a child? They don't have money on them.
They might. If
They'd
it's
have a
near
phone.
Christmas.
We could take their phone.
Yeah.
You get him in between after. If you go like,
This sounds like the making of the next Daniel Morecambe case.
all right, what you do is you go down to the Boxing Day sales at Westfield, and you stand outside the JB Hi-Fi, and you get their kids on the way in with their Velcro wallets, where they're about to buy the video game with their Christmas money from Nana. That's the day you really hit the jackpot. you
That's
know?
when we roll.
That's when we do it. That's we ride at 2 p.m.
I think I could probably take down an 18-year-old.
I think
There are some
anyone
huge
who-
18-year-olds.
Yeah, but there are some, like a lot of 18-year-olds now look tiny as well.
Yeah, I could probably take
Maybe
like
you
an
could do it-
18-year-old.
It's almost like people come in various shapes and sizes.
Maybe you could do it at O Week.
yeah, we go in an O week.
Yeah.
Hey, do some hazing.
Yeah.
Well,
do
anyone
some
really
classic
participating in O-Week activities would probably be quite weak.
Yeah,
Yeah, wait till they were all walking down King Street and bash them when they're in their fucking...
yeah.
Oh, any
Medical coach.
Any UCID theatre sports sign-up thing.
Yeah.
We could have a
Oh,
fucking...
yeah.
Or
That's what you could do. Just
Yeah.
roll everyone in a uni review.
Yeah, that would be fun
Yeah.
to do.
Get them for their prefect badges.
Yeah.
I can imagine you going in there with the intention of rolling someone and then trying to audition. Like begging for a spot on the
I'm
cast.
going in there being like, I'm going to roll them in the back of my head. I'm like, maybe they'll see something in
I'm
me.
actually starting to burn myself.
I'm trained in combat for stage and screen.
Absolutely. No, I could, just going in and be like, going to bash guns. Like, that guy would be absolutely perfect to play weakling number 3. Got the exact frame
yeah.
and figure for it.
Just in Othello, weakling number 3.
Yeah, man. I could do, I don't know. Did you ever act at school?
No.
I know you did ballet. It seems like you could
Yeah.
have.
No, I did ballet when I was like
Your
4.
eyes just darting feverishly at me then.
Yeah.
When he
I
said
was
you did
waiting for
ballet.
it.
Yeah. Also, you think I'm not bringing it up because Duggan's there?
How long did you do ballet for?
It wouldn't have been too long, like 6 months maybe.
That's
Yeah,
6 months
right.
too long.
Yeah, but I would have been like 5. But it
Yeah,
taught me to be the nimble presence that I am now.
You are sprightly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And feisty.
Man, you were doing heaps of cool stuff as a kid. Huh? Ballet, piano.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
doing-
hidden talents. I didn't know you
doing
could do
all the thing.
point.
I can't anymore.
Rich, what sort of fucking Richie Rich pastimes did you have as a kid?
Do you know What's the thing?
Dressage.
Yeah.
Don't mind tickling the ivory.
Water polo, skeet shooting,
Regular polo.
Particularly out market.
regular polo.
Yeah, water polo's
Wearing
only
polo.
played by rich kids.
Really?
Yeah, water polo is
Like
a
elite
rich
schools.
kids sport.
Water polo was like big at my school, and we were like big like rugby school as well. Like it's like the rugby of the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like strikes me as a rich kid's sport.
Yeah, yeah, I think so.
I went to the fancy gentleman's school for toffs when I was a kid.
Yeah.
You gotta iron your tie before work.
yeah, exactly.
Do you wear one of those like straw hats?
Yeah, the bow
Were you
tie.
one of those like hatted private school boys.
No.
Did you actually go to private school?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah. You do have
Make-
that energy.
They make you wear shorts and then those like long socks.
I
no,
do wear-
I
I
never
do
wore
wear them.
shirts.
Yeah, I
My
did.
Catholic school made me wear them. And it
I wore
wasn't-
I had
pants.
to.
We had the tie and the blazer and the socks. I look
Yeah.
pretty hot, so
Ugh.
don't worry about it.
Did you decide you looked hot then and then just kept that look forever?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
This is not going to go out of style.
Yeah. I'll stop when it stops getting me laid. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'll
It's-
stop when the situation.
It's crazy.
calls for it.
It's crazy that it still works. It's so crazy.
I know. I don't get it either.
It's like,
There are some unhealthy people out there.
well, like when we
Sure
go
are.
to Download Festival and see My Chemical Romance, there will be like a whole legion of new 18-year-olds being like, that guy's hot and older.
Yeah, man.
And you'll be like, that's Hastings.
Yeah, but
All right,
that guy-
you'll look really out of place there. I
Yeah, I'll
reckon.
look really
Are you going to go to My Chemical Romance?
Yeah.
Dude, we're going to be like the median age at it, I reckon.
No, I reckon it's found a newer, younger crowd.
No, but his aesthetic.
Oh, yeah.
I reckon I reckon I'll be surrounded by contemporaries of me at watching Jimmy Eat World. My Chemical Romance, I'll stand out like a sore thumb. I
Yeah.
reckon.
Yeah.
Man, I can't
You reckon
wait.
they've found a new audience?
I reckon they might
They
have.
apparently did. They apparently did in the breakup. A bunch of kids got into them apparently,
Yeah, right.
and that's part of why they did the tour. Is they knew they could make a bunch of money off these kids who'd never seen it.
Are you like losing sleep over, how excited you are?
I think about it every single day. Like, and I've seen it before. Like,
Yeah, right. Of
yeah,
course.
I
you
think
have.
about it every day in the morning. Like usually it happens on the work tomorrow. I'll be like, oh yeah, fucking that's happening. That's gonna be pretty fucking. Like,
When is it?
it's like March 20 something.
Yeah.
Fuck, so you still got a lot of sleep.
Yeah, I gotta wait. Yeah, man, I can't wait. It's gonna be so good.
Imagine if you missed out on tickets.
Man, I got them 4 days before they went on sale. I was
Fuck.
asking around for dodgy pre-sale codes and shit. I got one.
Yeah, right. And you're going as well, Jamie.
Oh,
I
yeah.
got a Mystic. Yeah.
Were you a fan of the band when you were younger?
Yes, but I did not feel the need to dress like
Yeah,
Hastings.
right. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
You're
Need
not-
is the right word. It was a compulsion. It was a
Yeah,
vocation.
it was there, but
You
I
would have done the sweatband thing though, right?
Oh, I had a Thursday sweatband.
Yeah.
yeah.
Fuck yeah,
It was
dude.
sick, and I had an Aquitaine Hunger Force sweatband.
What kind of music did you like in high school, Duggan? Were you just listening to like Hilltop Hoods and
No,
Cold Chisel?
No, I
or?
like heavy music. Like,
Oh, really?
yeah.
I
makes
would
sense.
have guessed like real chuggy heavy.
I was gonna
metal
guess
stuff.
like, did you like Tool?
No, I like
Pantera.
Slipknot and shit.
Oh, yeah. I love
Oh
Slipknot.
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, fuck yeah. I guess like it can't just be sad skinny art kids who like that kind of stuff. It must be people who actually like
No,
You know what I
most
mean?
like Slipknot pits are full of like
Be-
Cameron Duggan types,
Yeah,
like
man.
aggro people who are like,
Yeah,
"What
yeah.
the fuck are you doing in there?"
I'm not aggro.
Please stop! I didn't mean it like that.
I mean, definitely a lot of teenage angst. I listen to Slipknot. I've seen them heaps of times.
up in Brisbane.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. You're from actual Brisbane, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What part of Brisbane?
Like deep south.
What's South Brisbane like?
Very suburban.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Sick, yeah.
Very
Is it
suburban.
rough or?
Nah, not where I was.
Yeah. Well, you're not even a particularly masculine guy. You just are for comedy, right? Like it's just more like that, right? You're just like
You're actually a little pansy, Mike,
You
right?
say that again, cunt.
He's wearing a
What do you want me to be doing? Like just talking about my 4-wheel drive or something?
yeah.
What do I have to
basically,
be doing? Like pig hunting?
Yeah, you are. You are
That
wearing
is what
a
I'm thinking of.
you are wearing a shirt that's merch for a chicken shop.
I think Hastings needs you to be like one of two things. Like off stage, you either need to be like the most hyper masculine guy
Yeah.
ever, or the least. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
sitting here in a tutu, being like, "Ballet, me too, dude."
Duggan,
like,
you got to understand, I've met 3 men in my life.
And I'm one of them.
yeah.
yeah.
I've met a lot of grown-up boys.
It's like Jerry would be so disappointed by this now. He'd be like, "I was sitting here fucking flexing the whole time.
Jerry's a
Didn't
fucking
once tell me
pussy.
that I was a man. I fucking was
pussy.
ready to do Brazilian jiu-jitsu."
Yeah, he would wrestle you for saying that
Oh,
to
I
him.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I reckon. Tell him. Tell Tell him I reckon I could
I'm
take
not
him.
your fucking messenger. Have you not established that I am masculine?
I'm sorry, Duggan. I'm sorry, Mr. Duggan. I
What
can't.
is this? It's coming around. Cheeky cunt. What is happening here? Put a microphone in this cunt's head and he thinks I won't fucking bash it.
No, I'm getting mugged off. Violence is the ultimate mug off, right?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, that's the ultimate.
What
the
about a
ultimate-
mugging? Or a violent mugging?
Yeah, that's true.
You had to throw hands before.
Nah, I've been punched in the head a few times.
Same.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not great.
I've been punched in the head a few times.
I've been punched in
kinda
the
liked
head,
it.
but like for fun.
Thought it was kind of cool.
Yeah. But it was because there was a woman on top of you
Yeah.
dressed in leather.
Yeah. That's not my vibe. I'm
Getting
more,
beat up.
yeah, that's not me, dude. I'm more into kind of like Pokemon and,
Yeah.
you know.
You're more into
I reckon
like
you'd be
dressing
a
as a
furry.
baby and being.
I'm not, but like, I
But
see
you've
where you
definitely-
get that idea from.
But you've definitely fucked a girl who's thought about it.
Oh, yeah, for
Or-
sure. Oh, no,
or
I've
five,
like
maybe.
girls with like cat ears on and shit. For
Oh
sure.
god.
But like, because they wanted to.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I fucked a girl with a tentacle dildo once.
Would you ever experiment
fine.
if they were like you put on the cat ears?
No, I don't think so.
You don't? What if they were like super? What if like they were stacked, dude?
I mean, if there was like that's like saying like, well, you know, if you had $1 million, like,
Yeah.
If they were stacked, that changes everything.
If they were stacked, would you do absolutely anything?
I mean, how stacked are we talking?
Like as stacked as you want, baby.
I mean, if I like, I mean, yeah.
It's like, where
yes,
do you
I was gonna say like I was about to qualify more. No, yes.
Where
the
do you
answer is
draw?
yes.
So you don't draw any line.
If they're as stacked as I want, man,
Yeah.
I'll kill a man for him. I'll, you know,
During sex?
I'll cut my own fingers off just to get a glimpse
So
at
would
him.
you do like?
What are you gonna do if I come back from America in a couple of years just stacked?
It'll be a real
seems like
conflict for me.
it seems like Hastings might cut a man's fingers off.
Yeah.
So would you do like shit play?
Man, if she had like, if you, I would,
never
I
do
would.
that.
No, of course not. That would be crazy. I would never.
But she's like super stacked.
I'm actually more about the beauty inside. So
How about this?
That's you being inside her.
I
Yeah.
was
beauty is
having
my
inside,
penis.
by which I mean a pussy.
I was having a JO the other day
Sick.
and like scrolling for another video to look for. I scrolled past one that was like scat play and it put me off so much I just stopped jerking off.
Yeah.
It just like even just the side of the thumbnail was like, oh
Yeah, I
nah.
saw a thumbnail the
Yeah,
other
that's
day
cruel,
with like
that's
a
horrible.
huge dick in it and a woman just like mouth open and just puke coming out. And I was like, don't fucking put that in the thumbnail.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
in many ways, actually do
Thank
put
you
it
for
in the
putting it in the
thumbnail.
thumbnail.
because,
Yeah, so
like
I don't
any
accidentally-
chance. Like I probably wouldn't have clicked on it anyway, but like
They should put trigger warnings like on porn. It should be like
I
this one
think
has shit in
I
it.
think
Do
I
not
think
click
that anything
unless-
with like shit and vomit, you should be able to filter out like immediately. Like no gross stuff. Just come, please.
I like the idea of a guy.
Yeah.
Just the white pea.
Yeah.
I like the idea
Some
of
of
a
that
guy
sticky icky.
Yeah.
getting mad that his porn has spoilers in the title. So it's like,
I fucked sister.
like tiny redhead gets pounded by big black cock. He's like, fuck, now why would I even watch it?
That's actually quite a funny idea.
Yeah, I might write that down. Oh man, I don't know.
Jacked up.
Yeah, I did actually today. I don't normally do it in the mornings, but here we are.
You're not normally awake in the mornings.
Yeah, that's
You had to wake up.
ultimately the difference.
You had to wake up specifically for it.
I set an alarm. And then I hit snooze. Then 10 minutes later, I was like, oh, fine.
I guess I'll get up,
It's
beat
easier
up.
to get up when you're getting up to do something you want to do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Exactly.
Dress for the
exactly.
job you want.
Well, because since I've lost weight,
Your dick works
my
better.
dick like one works better, but it also it looks better, which means like I enjoy jacking off more because it's like, hey, good dick.
So you jerk off while looking at your own
I mean,
penis?
you get a glimpse. Like I'm not staring at it,
He's
but
just
like yeah, sure, you
staring
see your
down
own
the
dick.
You're just like,
Like
Yeah, I
into the
enjoy
void.
it
damn,
more
this
when
is
my dick looks good. I
damn,
think
this is a
that's
good
fine.
ass dick.
Well, there's no other person there. It's just me. So you got to try and find something about yourself you like in that moment, right?
I'm not thinking about myself when I'm
Yeah.
jacking
Alright,
off.
look.
You know what doesn't make me come? Looking at dicks.
Yeah. Must be
Hey,
nice.
me neither, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's pretty. I think you're just jealous that my dick looks good now. Hey, that's
No,
what's
I
going
mean
on.
like it's
What
just,
about weight loss could change the look of your dick?
It's to do with so your penis is this is like science. It like goes up into your body, Like it's not. How do I articulate? You know,
It
you
is
know the idea
true.
I'm
My
trying to say,
penis
right?
has never looked better than when I lost like a bunch of weight. It's also just
The
because
fat
like the way
around
your
your
body
dick.
looks, like the fat around your dick makes it like
Yeah.
look smaller
So, like,
contextually. Yeah.
There's fat
And it sucks
pad-
it in a little
There's
bit.
fat pads around your pubic
So
mound.
right
not your
now,
pubic mound.
like,
So they
right
get
now-
smaller, there's more dick.
Right now, my dick is tiny through no fault of my own.
We're supposed to be talking about risky business.
This is risky business.
The fat bit around your dick.
We
Yeah, if
don't.
you lose
We,
weight,
we
your
wait
dick
until
looks
about
bigger.
halfway through before
Yeah.
we. Should we get into it?
Yeah.
All
Well,
right.
I mean, I haven't watched the movie. The riskiest thing,
That's
the riskiest part of this
business.
is I've
Riskiest
not
business.
seen that movie.
Man, you get it. He dances in his underwear.
Yeah, I fucking hate Tom Cruise. I'll just go on a
Yeah.
tangent.
He's got terrible
Well,
eyes.
I want to get into that. Welcome to We'll Just Tell Your Mother We Ate It All, a podcast about teen sex comedies. This week we're doing Risky Business. It's a 1983 American teen coming-of-age comedy
about
film
dick
written
fat.
and directed by Paul Brickman and starring Tom Cruise and Rebecca De Mornay. The film covers themes including materialism, loss of innocence, coming-of-age, and capitalism.
It's funny that Tom Cruise would like be in a movie against those things because like a lot of that's like Scientology and shit.
Yeah, but
It's,
this
like,
was
all pro that
This was
stuff.
pre-Scientology Cruise.
Is it though, or is
I
it before
think
he
it-
was? Because I think a lot of them.
This
joined,
was like
in
his
the 80s.
breakout movie.
Yeah, yeah. I think a lot of them joined Scientology before. I don't know what. I know with John Travolta, he was Scientologist before he got famous, and like,
Ah.
they used Scientology to get
Nah,
famous.
they signed him up because he was famous.
I'm gonna look this up. Nah, fuck, I'll do it.
I reckon
That's
they
why
did.
they got him in, because he was like,
Is that true for Tom Cruise? Because I know with Travolta, they were like, this guy's got potential.
yeah,
Get
he was
him
like a
in.
rising
Yeah,
dude.
yeah, right. And then they're like, we'll push you, baby. We'll make you a star.
Yeah.
Watching this, it surprised me that Tom Cruise ever became a huge thing because he's not particularly good looking, and it's not like he's a particularly great actor in the movie.
In this, he's not.
I disagree.
Yeah,
I think he's very charming in this.
I think it's a good movie.
I think
I
it's a
fucking
great-
hate
it
him.
was
I
fine.
can't stand looking at his fucking head.
Have
Oh,
you seen-
he's
what,
a
like
very
Mission
painful
Impossible?
You don't like any
I
of the
liked
Mission Impossibles?
Mission Impossible when I was younger, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to watch it now. I
Really?
can't
The new
stand
ones
it.
are sick.
There's not
Really?
actually a
They're
heap
like
of
awesome.
There's
And
not
he's
actually a
right
heap
in
of
'em.
stuff that I like him in.
Yeah.
I think I like him in everything he's in.
Have you?
Really?
I'm with you, Duggan. I don't like him. I don't
He's
like,
just one of the most punchable
I
blokes,
don't like
reckon.
seeing him on the
Yeah.
screen, but A Few Good Men's
And
like
he
one of my
tried-
favorite movies. And he's
Yeah,
the star
right.
of that. Like,
He
but that-
divorced
that
our
inspired
Nicole.
him.
He what?
He
He divorced
did.
our Nicole.
Yeah.
Nicole
Yeah.
Kidman.
Have you guys seen?
She seems to have terrible taste.
Yeah, she got
blokes, yeah.
Tom Cruise, Keith Urban. Like,
Yeah.
This is a bad track record.
Well, you know, she's from like North Sydney, isn't she?
Maybe. Something like that.
Pretty sure she is.
I have no idea.
Anyway, have you guys seen like much stuff about Scientology? Like, have you seen like Going Clear? or
I became
anything?
obsessed with Scientology
Yeah.
for a while.
I vet did, so I
read
got a
the-
bit of the runoff.
I read
Pretty
the
wild.
book. I read the book Going Clear.
Yeah,
I think,
yeah,
like
yeah.
most people my age, most of my opinion of Scientology is formed by that South Park episode.
Yeah.
I like most people my age. Most of my opinions are formed by South Park.
Yeah, being too far on the left or right sucks.
Do not care about things. That's
Yeah.
the ultimate takeaway.
It's all
of
a
South
douche.
Park.
and a
Actually,
turd
Don't
sandwich.
care
cool
about
to be a
anything.
cynic,
Yeah,
despite
Man,
what Conan
I do like
told
South Park.
us.
I'm not gonna sit here and pretend I'm above South Park. That would be crazy of me,
That's
though.
so dumb.
Like, it's like you can criticize, but so many people, it's like, oh, so it's like, man, it's like one of the best comedies ever made. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like, man. Anyway, what do you think of the movie, James?
Counterpoint. I love Tom Cruise. He
Yeah.
rules. Like he's a charming guy. Like he's insane.
Yeah.
But like
He is mental.
But I reckon like they're probably because he kind of melted down so publicly in that period with Katie Holmes at first and the jumping on the couch. If you
Oprah
tempered
thing.
that a little, you'd probably just be like, man, he's got like a fucking too keen aura about him. You wouldn't.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be like, oh, he's like bona
You'd be like,
fide.
this guy's a
fucking.
I
little-
feel like he's
on
just
edge
got
and a little
he's
intense.
got a really shit-eating grin.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I
he's
fucking
like,
hate his face
but
so
there's
much. And he's
Yeah.
a little cunt too.
Yeah.
yeah.
He's always standing
They
on...
put him in lifts and
Yeah,
shit.
he's always
like,
standing
yeah.
on a box or wearing heels or something.
But-
Fuck.
He's a fucking movie
Playing an
star.
action hero. Like,
I know, yeah, but he does like his. If you've
all right, if
sh-
you want to have tiny idols, that's fine. But I'm like,
I
cool.
do,
I'm
Jared
fucking,
McGowan.
give me Vince Diesel. Vin Diesel. Vince
Yeah,
Diesel.
but I mean, in
Vin Diesel, baby.
in the
And
later,
Doug, I got some bad news to you about Vin Diesel. He
Huge.
loves D&D.
That's fine. He's
All right.
still a fucking huge cunt.
All right, that's
And
true.
takes-
isn't
does
he
do the
quite
work.
short though?
And takes his life a quarter mile at a time, baby.
You posted about this on social media this morning.
Danzig?
5'2".
Five
That's
foot,
crazy.
close to 5'3", but yeah.
Who's that?
Danzig,
Glenn
Glenn
Danzig
Danzig,
from, like, the
lead singer of the
Misfits?
Misfits.
Oh, right.
5'3".
It's like this like punk icon.
Yeah, he's like this big, jacked, muscular punk guy. He always looks massive. He's actually tiny.
How tall is
right.
Vin Diesel?
He'd have to be a big guy.
I don't know. Let's look this up.
Doesn't he kind of relatively square up with The Rock?
Oh, maybe.
And The Rock's a big man.
Rock's like 6'4", 6'5".
Oh,
I
he's
think.
yeah,
He's
1.82 meters. So that's pretty tall.
That's not like
That
That's a couple centimeters taller than me.
Yeah, me too.
I'm taller than that.
Yeah.
I'm 1.88.
Anyway, Tom Cruise is also fucking hard as shit. Like, he does, like, all those stunts in Mission Impossible himself. And, like, which means, like, in Mission Impossible 6, he did, like, the jump from space. In Mission Impossible 5, he did the thing where, like, a plane...
he was that guy in Red Bull who, like, fell out of space?
No, well, he did the same thing.
Really?
And then in...
When he was up there, he was, like, just getting closer to Elrond.
Yeah. And then in MI5, he did the thing
Tom
where
Cruise
he
loves
held
Tool.
on to a plane as it took
wait, they
off
hated him.
and went. Like, that's fucking cool. In Ghost Protocol, he did the thing where he climbed that tall building in Dubai, I think, the tallest building in the world. And he was just, like, out there on it. Like, the guy has no fear. And he's also been in so many
Do you
good
reckon
movies.
it could be a PR thing, though, and he actually wasn't doing those things?
No, he's
No, there's,
definitely
like,
done
videos
it because,
doing
like,
shit.
also...
He does do hectic stunts.
And in
though.
like in the last Mission Impossible, they had to like put back filming 6 months because he broke like both his legs doing
Oh,
stuff.
actually, I heard that, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty.
And he's
Broke
also,
both his legs.
I think maybe just one, but like he
Suck
fucking.
shit.
But he's also been in like so many good movies. Like all of the Mission Impossible movies except 2 rule. Jerry Maguire's charming. Magnolia rules. This movie rules.
Few Good Men's one of my favorites.
A lot of men like Top Gun for some reason. I don't
Top
like
Gun
it, but
actually
whatever.
blows.
Yeah.
It does
There's
actually
a certain
suck.
subsect of man that likes
Yeah.
that movie.
Yeah, fucking losers.
The confirmed bachelors, I
yeah,
believe.
yeah. Mama's boys.
Well, that joke doesn't work anymore.
Confirmed bachelor.
Yeah,
Why?
because the gay community can get married.
Oh yeah. But it's still It
funny.
means closeted gay man. Though.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
it means
yeah.
like he's confirmed because he's not.
Prefers the company of men.
Yeah.
Man, who doesn't?
Like, weren't they going to remake Top Gun? If they do, they should make
Yeah,
it
they
like
are.
they
No.
should make it as gay as possible.
Yeah, they're
like,
doing
that's
They are
totally
starring
like,
Tom Cruise again.
Yeah, so of course.
Yeah.
it's
What a
gonna
reboot.
be-
yeah,
Top Gun
famously
2.
closeted man.
Yeah, that's true. He's also like an evil person. Like
Wasn't
Apparently,
there
from
something-
everything I've heard, he's like a super nice guy.
sure, but he like the
Wasn't
stuff he's
there-
done with Scientology is like nuts. Like,
Yeah,
Wasn't there a thing in the
Scientology is
Scientology
nuts.
doco about him and like Katie Holmes
Yeah.
or something?
Yeah.
So he like abused
Yeah.
all the women he was with, like not physically, but just like they
Yeah, he'd be real like gaslighty and sociopath.
did all
like,
that fuck shit to Nicole Kidman, but she wasn't super into it, so she left. They found him a new girl, and she insulted David Miscavige in front of
Who's David Miscavige?
He's like the leader of
He's the guy who
Scientology.
replaced Elron Hubbard.
Right.
He insulted him in front of Tom Cruise, so Tom Cruise like flipped out. That girl got taken away, and like the Scientology staff were like, "Yeah, you'll never see Mr. Cruise again." Sorry.
Yeah, she's an SP.
And then
Mr.
Katie,
Cruise.
then like he was like abusing and brainwashing Katie Holmes and shit. Like he's a real bad dude.
Yeah, I don't really
your
have
mate.
I don't really have a defense for that, but the fucking plane thing rules.
Yeah, I mean, no man.
Or
in
separate
this-
the art from the artist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The plane thing. And
Yeah.
also, I think this movie's very good.
For a movie in 1983,
I like
This is what I was curious about.
I think they handle transgender quite well because, like, that character.
Even though
like,
he's like, no thanks, but he's not like, oh, gross, put it away.
yeah, he's just like, this isn't what I was looking for, and they
And he
handle it
pays
quite
her.
sensitively. Yeah, it pays her.
The wokest
Like she
thing you can do.
she makes sure she gets paid.
Yeah.
And like isn't like she's presented as like, I know what I'm fucking doing. Like
Yeah.
like she's not humiliated in any way. And
Yeah.
also, it's a pretty positive portrayal of sex work. Like,
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I was barely paying attention when I watched this movie. It was 3 a.m. and I was very high.
yeah, it was 1 a.m. and I was drunk.
Yeah, but from what I saw, pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff, actually. So,
Like the sex workers are all like seem like switched on
yeah,
people. They're
all
not
have, like,
humiliated at
agency
all.
and shit.
Also, Joe Panto looks so different.
Joey Pants rules
Mm.
in this
Joe
movie.
Pants.
Is this one of your favorites?
I wouldn't call it one of my favorites, but I do like this movie a
Yeah,
lot.
right.
Like, I think it's quite entertaining.
The
It's different from like
the old time rock and roll scene, which is like what it's most remembered for, is so out of step with the rest of the movie and is so lame.
I
Yeah.
like it.
Like,
I like
guess
it.
Isn't it there to remind you that he's a kid?
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, like it's.
but I mean,
So,
like,
I probably would have been doing that too, except I would have been naked and listening to Blink 182. Like,
for a coming of age like classic like this of the genre. I think it's also quite different from those movies. Like the Tangerine Dream soundtrack
I was
is
gonna
very
say,
sinister.
But it's really good as
yeah,
well.
I loved it.
I quite
But,
liked it.
Like the whole thing, and like a lot of it is not just like, oh, we're going to the party. He said, like, he just like, you know, like, I don't know how to articulate it properly.
Man, why would you need to?
Yeah, fuck it. It's a stupid podcast.
Yeah, who gives a shit? Let's get back to...
it does good.
Let's
Good
get back
shit.
to Flamin' Hastings.
It does good stuff. Tom Cruise is my mate. I love him, and I will defend every single aspect of his life.
Did you know
Just fucking challenge me.
Did you know someone like this when you were that age? He's like, he's like kind of like Lothario mate at the start, who's just like, oh, I'm coming to your house to root this girl. He's so unattractive, that guy.
Yeah.
Like, did you have like someone that age who you're just like, how do you clean up like this? Because you've got a bad fucking bonce on you.
Yeah, definitely. There was a guy we used to call him Monkey because he looked...
Wait, so real quick, sorry, like, were you guys hot in high school? Or like, was...
Look, we already tried that and it didn't work.
Because he just had basically he had hair all over his face, like a fucking complete monobrow, like mullet. So he just looked...
He's almost turning into the wolf.
Yeah, he
man.
just looked like a monkey, and he spoke kind of like this, and he would get chicks because he like fucking... for some reason, he crashed...
They wanted that big hairy dick.
For some reason, he, like, crashed our schoolies room and stayed there. And, like, for some reason... Because he was, like, a fucking... Not a badass, but, like, he misbehaved. People, like, put up with him because, like, he could get booze and stuff, even though, like, he was ugly as shit. But he was also very confident. But, like, we just fucking ribbed him mercilessly for that. We would just get him... Like, we got him drunk, and he would just, like, throw up all over himself. And we'd just be like, mate... Dave, you drank all our beers, mate. You got to go pay for them tomorrow. And he'd be like, what? And he'd just be like, but I threw up all over himself. And he'd bought the beers the previous night, but it also got so drunk that he forgot about that. So for 7 days, we just kept telling him that he drank all the beers that we paid for. But then, like, you know, he was an ugly, weird guy, but he did pull women at that thing, which was better than we did. We
Did you
mostly
know that,
ate
Duggan, or
Maccas.
was it you?
Yeah, no, I did spend a lot on beers that year.
No, I meant like, did you have a person like that, or were you that person?
Yeah, probably. Just someone that was like a bit of a minger but could still pull.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. I don't know.
Hastings.
Yeah.
Yeah, true, actually.
Yeah,
You
you're
got one
married.
now.
It's insane.
Yeah, she's hot, too. It's
Yeah.
crazy. Ugh. Man, being married is pretty sweet.
Well, did you have one?
Yeah, we had this guy David who he looked like Jimmy Neutron.
They're always Davids.
Yeah, he looked like Jimmy Neutron, and he had this like tiny, skinny body and this gigantic fucking
I'm
ugly
picturing
head,
it now.
like this huge fucking disgusting face. And he was always like he was also a compulsive liar. So, but we could tell which ones were true, which ones were like lies based on how hot the girl he claimed who had sex with was. Because there was a few where it was like, oh no, he definitely did do it because no one would lie about that. Like there was a few of those, but also be like, yo, I fucked that chick. And be like, no, you didn't, David. Come on, what are you doing? But he did definitely fuck.
Yeah, I had a compulsive liar friend when I first moved here who, like, he left the school, like, very shortly afterwards. But, like, once, like, the hottest
Lies
girl...
caught up with him, huh?
Yeah, well, like, kind of, like, you realize at the end, like, we cut him
I had
loose
a
eventually
compulsive
because,
liar
like...
friend a few years ago.
Did a few split bills with him.
Who was it?
It's Hastings.
He, like, for 3 years, he, like, lied to everyone about, like...
Okay, let's not. Let's not go
He lied about how good he was at comedy.
Yeah.
there was mitigate. I was in an abusive relationship.
Yeah, I know.
Whatever.
I know.
But yeah, we had this kid, and like the hottest girl in our school, like when I first got there, who was like very flirty and whatever, she left like very soon afterwards. And he like tried for like a year to keep the lie going that like afterwards by happenstance they just ran into each other and were dating. And like so he kept it alive for like a year, just been like, yeah, Lauren, I'm dating her. Like we're hooking up all the time. You're like, really? The hottest chick in our school who paid no attention to you for the last 6 years in school is now dating you conveniently when she's not around. When no one
when you won't have to
questioned
back
the
it up.
You wouldn't
account.
know if she goes to another school.
We just had a kid at our school who said that he hosted like Filipino. He was like a Filipino kid. He said he was one of the hosts of Filipino MTV and would pull up photos like just like a photo of like a model or whatever and be like, yeah, that's my co-host, also my girlfriend. So
That rules.
I think at one point he claimed that like he'd been in an actual Gundam.
We had
Like
someone...
a working Gundam.
Not like a working one, I don't think, but like a prop, like full, like he was in a Gundam. I was like, I don't think that, like, and I think, yeah, he may have said it was working.
What's a Gundam?
It's like a Japanese cartoon robot flying suit. It doesn't exist in real life.
Yeah, right.
It's
But
like
he's
it's an
piloted
anime
one.
thing.
Sick.
We had somebody who claimed to have Hillary Duff on MSN Messenger. That was pretty funny.
That's
He might have
sick.
been getting catfish.
Well, but I don't think, like, knowing the person, I don't think they were. I think that's just who they picked.
Imagine if he did have it though. That'd be so sick.
Yeah.
Hillary Duff's just there being like, oh, Tim's on.
Yeah,
Someone
yeah.
showed this to me the other day. I think it was like Aaliyah Lavoie or something like that. But like, did you see that? Like, she got papped. Is
Given
like,
a gob job.
yeah, like like
Yeah,
her husband.
Yeah, I
what's
saw it, dude.
You can Google it. Like, there's
Wait,
pictures
tell
of
me
it.
what it is though.
It's like her husband. Like, there's like a series of photos that it's like her husband proposes to her, and then they're like embracing or whatever. And then the next photo is just like he's lying back, and you just see her head in his
Where's the
crotch.
photo? Is it like in their house?
They're
like
like
through their window?
They're on
or-
like their deck or something like that.
Oh man, that rules. I'm not going to look for respect to her privacy. I'm kind of a woke god that way.
You're
dude.
absolutely gonna look.
Stop winking at me.
Did you see that?
I'll send you my tribute shot later.
Have you seen that Catfish episode where the dude thinks he's dating Katy Perry?
No.
He's
Oh.
spent all his money on like an engagement ring for her,
Fuck yeah.
and he goes and meets the girl who it is. Like, he flies to England, and he says that's not her. That's not no. It's Katy Perry I'm talking to, and she's like, yeah, it's like, dude, it was me. I was telling you I was Katy Perry, and he goes, all right. What were the names of our kids we were going to call? And she got 2 out of 3. But she said the third one wrong, and he's like, it's not her. It's not her.
That's so
Yeah,
sick.
She doesn't
I have
know.
been talking to Katy
Yeah,
Perry.
it's Katy Perry.
I saw an
This
episode.
is
Two
just
lucky guesses.
And he's like, why would she be claiming that he's like, I don't know, dude.
Like, Katie, if you can see this, reach out to me.
So the-
Yeah,
so-
someone did end up asking her, and she was like, yeah, sorry, it's not me.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. I saw an episode of Catfish once where it turned out it wasn't a catfish. The guy just had really bad PTSD from the Iraq War, freaked out and didn't show up to a couple of dates because he thought he was like in Iraq, and she thought she had PTSD. And they got married at the end of the episode. Like, the episode, like, yeah, we're gonna go live happily ever after together.
That never happened on the show.
Yeah,
before.
it's like
That's
episode
sick.
2 or 3, I think. Season
Yeah.
2 or 3, I think.
Great.
It's
I
sick,
love
great.
Catfish.
Didn't that guy get in trouble as well? For
That guy
doing
ended up
shit?
dying later. The guy, he got arrested. And
No,
so
the
he-
creator of Catfish.
Oh, right, I don't know about that.
I
He got in
think that
trouble
got
for doing some shit.
that was not real. I
Oh,
think.
really?
Yeah, he had some claims against him, but I think they were disproven.
I mean, Catfish the show
Beat
is
the case.
very
Yeah.
funny.
Man, look at that fucking rain.
Yeah, this is actually.
I think we might
insane.
have to live here, Rose.
Yeah,
Oh,
we've moved
no.
It's
Yeah.
very bad. I'm not looking forward to having to go back through that.
in. No.
Yeah.
I'm not looking forward to having to go home and use my cold spring water bong. I want my real bong back.
Go get it.
Yeah.
It's in
Call your friends
Ashfield.
round.
I messaged our friend whose house it is that we were at.
Yeah. And he was like, I don't want to
He
fucking bar
just,
you
he just
today.
hasn't replied.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's
Yeah, because
gonna keep that bong.
Yeah, and you don't have.
This is a
what he
real
needs.
uncut gem sort of
He,
situation. isn't it?
well, actually, he bought me the bong. He bought me that bong as like a present. It was very sweet of him.
And now he's
it's
taking
just
it
at his
back.
house. Like, it's like it's his bong now. Man, what a bummer. Oh well. What else has been going on?
I don't know.
I've brought content to this episode. How about someone else? Fucking
I was talking about you getting your dick sucked.
That's
I think
true.
Maybe we could revisit that.
yeah. When you get your dick sucked,
Yeah.
do you prefer like you're on your back, or they're on their knees, or you're above them and they're on their back? How do you like it?
I think.
Well,
I feel
they're
like
on
it's
their
just in the
back.
other
Yeah,
room,
they're
it's
on their
just
back.
Jamie's.
Well, I think
You're
just
doing a
like,
handstand.
by default, the winner would just be like lying down on your back. I think that would be the
Yeah.
most
It's always
I've had.
practical.
Well, it's also just the most I've had because usually it's like before
It's
sex or
gearing on
something.
the-
yeah,
yeah, right.
I've had one. No, I've had a
One
couple.
blowjob
like,
ever?
I've had one blowjob ever. It was sick.
That sucks, dude. Getting head is sick.
Yeah, I know. Fucking rules.
I love
Getting
it.
topped. I've had like a couple of the on the knees ones, and that's always like hot, I think.
Yeah, that's like that looks great, but it's practically not.
And it doesn't feel as good, but it
Yeah.
And it
feels
doesn't feel
hotter.
good for them either.
Yeah.
You know?
I've had
Which is the most important thing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I've
I
had
know when I'm getting my dick sucked, I'm just worried about how they're feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had like the sit on the edge of the bed, kneel down.
That's not bad, that
That's
one.
that's kind of a best of both worlds scenario.
Well, I got a little life hack for you.
Yeah, go on.
If you're
great.
eating
If
pussy,
you're in a bath and you put your legs back, you can suck your own dick.
that is how I did it. Not a bath, but yeah.
Yeah, but it's always the bath.
Well, because if
When I
hot
hear
water
it.
makes you more flexible.
Oh, I suppose.
Yeah. So you do it after a shower. So I would do it.
Yeah.
I was like 11.
Did you bust in your mouth?
Look, let's not.
You did, didn't you?
Let's not get into too specific.
Did you bust in your mouth?
Yeah, a couple times.
Oh,
You were
my
busting
lord.
loads when you were 11?
Yeah, 10. I
Did
started.
you bust?
You
11 or
like,
12, I would have been the first.
Did you
to suck.
swallow
But
it?
like the first few times I came, nothing came out.
Yeah, but you're a woman. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I've still got a dick, unfortunately.
I think
don't
I
know what to tell you.
started-
I was busting loads of
Yeah, I started. I
can't
think
help
I
you that one,
think I
Rose.
got my first load off when I was about 11.
Yeah, 10. is when I
Yeah,
started.
before that it was dry guy.
Oh, actually, yeah, I probably was 11.
So when you busted in your mouth,
Yeah,
did you
let's definitely- that's-
Did you swallow it?
No, I didn't.
You spat it out.
Yeah, of course.
So why didn't you just be like, I'm about to bust, and then pull out and like bust somewhere else?
Accident.
So you,
We'll do it on your tits.
yeah.
Accident.
So like you
Didn't time
busted
it
in your.
No, because
How long did it take you to bring yourself
As
to
if
bust?
part of the
I don't
curiosity
know.
wouldn't be like,
It was.
wonder what it tastes like.
I'd maybe be
It
like,
was
I
like
want to
nearly-
know what it
it
feels
was
like
also
to
like
have a
nearly
big
20
dick
years
to
ago.
bust
Shoot
in
the
my
load
mouth.
in there.
Yeah.
So you,
Maybe that makes me a gay man.
let me
It sounds kind of gay, dude. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I
That
just want to feel what it's like for a dick to bust in my
that's
mouth.
yeah. That but look from what I'm hearing,
Yeah.
it sounds pretty gay.
Does it?
So,
Man.
answer your question, Jamie. I'm on a bathroom floor, lying on my back.
Your family bathroom floor. You've got
There's
the door.
blood
have you
coming
got-
out of your arm.
Have you got the door
You
locked?
finally called it.
The door is locked.
The door is locked.
I'm rolled up on my back,
Like Sonic the Hedgehog.
so my knees are like back up near my head, and my feet are over my head, and I'm like.
Could you do it right now?
I can like not suck my dick, but I can show you the
He will
position. Yeah.
catastrophically destroy this machine if he tries this.
But I want to watch you
Oh
like.
God! Hang on, get you film this.
Yeah. Hold on.
This is going to
Wait,
go up.
I'm
on the
gonna
page.
put it on video as well, so
Yeah.
we've got more content.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
This is going
Hold
on.
on,
the
hold
page.
on.
Glad to feature in a clip of Hastings trying to suck his own.
Oh, you're actually not in shot at the moment.
So you do it like that. You do it like that.
Yeah. Holy shit! Doesn't that hurt though?
Not when you're 11, it doesn't.
Does it hurt now?
I could probably do that.
I don't think I could.
All right, so people wouldn't have been able to hear anything I was saying there, but that's all right. So you're fully rolled back onto your shoulders and like locked in, like you roll back so you're fully back.
What if your parents caught you just with a mouthful of cum?
I slipped.
A
And I
full,
got stuck. I'm locked in.
full and I can't
I'd
get
probably
up.
just be like, oh, whatever, stepdad, you're just jealous. Like,
Yeah, get down here and
This
finish
is why
me
people
off.
want to bash you.
but yeah, I know. But yeah, if you're like you're
This is
locked
a
in,
rich vein
so
I've
it's
hit.
hard to. It's like not necessarily easy to reposition and move. You're pretty locked in. And
So how do you? Can you can't thrust your penis into your mouth? So you're doing all the work with your mouth.
yeah,
Because sometimes, like when you're getting gobbed off, you give them a little bit of
sure,
a little bit of action,
Yeah, sure.
just to show that you're putting in the same amount of work.
No, I've had that
Yeah,
conversation.
I've given a courtesy thrust.
Yeah, sometimes
But
just
yeah.
like fuck yeah, this shit
Yeah,
feels
no,
good,
it's primarily.
homie.
You seem
I
like you
only
would have
did
done
this-
some skull
I
fucking
only, like,
in your day.
successfully did it a couple of times.
Right.
I only busted in my mouth once.
And how long did it take you?
Oh, I don't know. It was 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, but normal 11-year-old boy wanking
So-
time.
yeah, so
45
not very
seconds,
long.
I don't know. Like,
Not
He
me,
does
dude. I've
have the-
always been a stallion.
Hastings does have the trilemma.
And did you
Yeah.
enjoy it?
If for the listener, the trilemma is you can't get it up when you do. You're premature, and you got a micro dick.
all right. I don't have a micro dick. Anyway.
So when you
it's
before
just
were
the
saying it,
dilemma.
look, it's a good looking dick, you meant cute.
Petite.
Yeah.
I got a delicate penis.
It's like Toad on.
Did I like
Mario.
sucking my like not really to be honest. I only did it a few times and I definitely didn't like
So
coming
what
up
We've
with
said
that.
this
point-
before. He said like, didn't you say like you have a dick in your mouth, and you're like, oh, I have a dick in my
Yeah,
mouth.
you're more aware of the fact that you're sucking a dick than you are getting your dick sucked.
Yeah.
It's a pretty wild feeling to have a dick in your mouth for the first time.
Yeah, man, I can't wait
Yeah, same. I mean, yeah.
to have a different dick in my mouth other than my own.
I mean, yours.
It's also like weird to think that I kind of sucked off an 11-year-old boy. Like that's
Oh,
It
God.
was me, but it's still I did do it. Like
That's no, because like I'm asking why you did it multiple times because like I know like we've all been like teenage masturbators, being like maybe I'll do it to this.
Yeah,
like,
you're
get a
experimenting,
bit
figuring
like
it out.
fucking weird on it. But like I wouldn't necessarily after I've completed the first bust in my mouth and be like not really for me. And then occasionally like mum's like I'm going to get groceries. Want anything? You're just like
yeah, it's come out.
yeah, it's time for me to roll onto my back again.
Your shoulder beam like Hastings, it tastes
Clearing out the beanbag off the
devil on your
floor.
shoulder
Yeah.
beam, but like but dick good. So.
But like as well, it just seems like more effort than beating off.
I'm not 100% on this because it was a long time ago. I believe the time I accidentally busted my mouth may have been the last time I ever did it.
So you were like, oh,
I learned my
gross,
lesson.
dude.
I do remember
Do
being
you
like,
like give yourself a high five after because you're like, dude, you just sucked yourself off.
Yeah,
Like,
but the time I busted my mouth afterwards, I was like, ugh. Like I wasn't like fully, I wasn't upset, but I was like, oh, didn't.
so you weren't.
That wasn't how
so
I
it just
meant
like
that to go.
went,
There
it
was-
just went off. You weren't like, oh, I'm about to come.
Yeah.
You just like
No,
You're not in
busted
tune with your body.
I think the notice period was probably not a lot because I was young, and also I was locked in. That's what I'm saying. I'm on my fucking shoulders. I've got all my weight on my shoulders. Like
This sounds like awful.
I like when the
The
one
most uncomfortable gobby you're ever gonna get.
Yeah.
the one time I've sucked a dick, like there
Yeah.
was obviously low chance of it happening because like it was a trans woman, she was on hormones or whatever. But
Yeah.
like I was like kind of just like I don't know if like there's just suddenly gonna be a load. just
the
shot
etiquette
in
is
my
that they
mouth.
let you know, right? That's
Yeah,
the
I
deal.
would assume.
Well,
so.
you're supposed to like give him
give him a tap.
courtesy tap or some.
I'll just say
verbal,
so. I'll just
verbal
say,
cues.
oh, I'm gonna-
Yeah, just like I'm about to
I'm
bust.
about to bust one off.
Yeah.
I'm about to snap one off.
Yeah.
What?
Don't you just go fire in the hole?
But it is weird to say because, like, I mean, like, what's a like? Because the go-to would be like, I'm about to come,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
like anything else to me, like with the girl
hilarious.
present, sounds so like
Yeah.
just even being like, just even being like,
You go,
man,
like-
I'm a bit, like being like, because you're sitting there for like 10 minutes, you're just like, oh yeah, it feels good. I'm about to bust. Like that feels.
What
weird
about like
to me.
polite? Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah,
I'm
or like
just
even
like
like.
D4, and then she's like, "Ooh," and then she's like,
Yeah,
"You
but-
sunk my battleship."
Yeah, but you're just like, I'm coming.
Yeah, I'm coming. I'm gonna
Yeah,
come. I'm close.
I'm
you could say.
ejaculating. Oh yeah, I'm close is probably
Yeah,
a
you
good
don't have to
one.
Directly, you don't have to use the verb. Like,
Busting is probably.
I mean, that's between us boys.
yeah.
And
It's like I'm
No, I'm
about.
talking to Jamie.
Yeah. This is like if you're just like I'm about to snap one off. Just
Yeah, snap one off.
I'm about to shoot Nate Roper.
Man, I love shooting rope.
Here it is.
Anyway,
This has
truly,
certainly
it
been
is a
some
risky
risque
business.
business.
Yeah,
Sucking
we
your
had to
own
do.
dick.
We had to do risky talk for this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It did get a little risky, didn't? I liked it.
Well, that's why, like, I think it would be so funny to imagine like Ben Caution busting.
Which we
Yeah.
talked about on the last
Yeah, yeah.
episode.
Yeah,
But
well,
like
it comes
that's
up
what
every
you say.
episode.
Just be like, here it is.
I've got a boner.
The salmon's ready.
Heads up.
He loves eating salmon.
I feel like salmon with some capers, and then he pulls his balls out.
Here's the Mornay sauce.
Man. All right. What should I get on Uber Eats for dinner tonight?
Maybe you should suck your own dick for dinner.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll let you know how it goes.
Get a nice fat load in you.
Yeah, man.
I
I
don't
think
know.
if I could suck my own dick, I would not anymore.
Yeah.
Even if I were able to time the bus
I
correctly,
think-
guaranteed.
I think over the age of 15, wanting to suck your own dick is passe. Right?
Well, it's also-
I would
like-
say I would not have attempted it since 14 or 15.
If
Yeah.
you're getting your dick sucked more often than once every 3 months, you don't need. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, if you're just getting anything.
Are
at
you
all,
saying it's good to be sucked off once every 3 months?
No,
That's
I'm saying like
You
even
like to get sucked off quarterly?
No, I'm saying like, that's infre- I'm
he's
saying
got
that's
the graphs and projections. He's like, I've
Every
got the
time
lady.
you're doing your fucking taxes.
If
The
getting
latest-
Oh, that's a happy EFS.
a quarterly like blowjob is like infrequent, but even at that level, it's like you don't need to suck your own dick if you're doing that. Like that's
Yeah.
your needs have been met in terms like that. Suck your own dick as a teenage thing comes of like imagine what it would be like if a mouth touched at my penis.
Yeah.
Whereas like it's like it's pretty
Yeah.
good, I guess, but it's not.
Yeah, I think
I'm
that.
sucking my own dick over.
Nah, fucking rules, dude.
Yeah, I think the
real.
moment like that a woman's hand first goes down there,
Yeah, it
then
kinda
that's when
takes
you
it off the
lose
table.
interest. When you're
Yeah,
just like,
you're like,
I
oh,
guess I
somebody
don't-
else could do this.
Yeah, I could get someone else to do this.
Yeah, I don't have to be rolled up in my shoulders like Shadow the Hedgehog.
Yeah,
Our inner
yeah.
sloth takes over. We're like, I don't fucking have to do this anymore.
Yeah.
yeah, it's more out of laziness.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I could suck my own dick, but I'll just get someone else to fucking do it. I guess.
Yeah.
You know how Caution used to do that bit about sucking your own dick?
Yeah.
And he makes reference to making a run up to try suck your own
Yeah,
dick.
yeah.
I just thought that was very funny, but it always made me think about
don't
what if
even
you
remember
did
this
that and you
bit.
ran to
Oh,
suck
it's
your
very
own
good.
dick. So you run forward, you put your head down trying to suck your own dick, but it makes you do a full flip.
Yeah, you'd flip.
So you just keep running, land on your feet, keep running. You're like, well, I didn't suck your own dick, but it still looked pretty cool.
Yeah, it just looks like you're doing parkour.
I achieved brilliance that day.
Yeah. I found out the other, you know how I'm into bouldering now? I found out the other day that like a lot of parkour is based on bouldering, and now I'm like, I don't know if I want to do bouldering anymore.
Why are you calling it bouldering and not rock
It's
climbing?
a different sport, slightly. It's like rugby and rugby league.
But it's also the
Different
same
sport.
thing.
It has different rules. It's the
I'm
same-
on your side here, Duggan.
Yeah, it's the same thing and same like there's a few different kinds of football. Like it's a type of rock climbing.
What's different about it?
You don't have a harness and you're not belayed, so it's like free climbing, and it's like 2 meters tall as opposed to
Right.
30 meters tall.
It's a baby rock climbing.
But they're really complicated, hard.
it's rock climbing for
strength-based.
babies.
Yeah,
It's
rock climbing for
more
little sisters.
like strength and problem solving based as opposed to like technique based.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It's like the dork version of rock climbing.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. It's like
Yeah. It is all dorks who do it.
Yeah,
yeah.
well, it feels like a video game. It's like real life video game. It like works like same like problem solving. It's like same part of your brain as a video game. Sort of.
There was like a
Everyone I
bouldering
know is
rock.
like this feels like a video game.
Comedians that are into bouldering, when they say it, you'll know.
There was
you
like a
know? You'll just
bouldering
be like,
rock.
oh yeah, makes sense.
Jenny loves bouldering.
When
Who?
we,
Jen.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, Wrath likes
yeah,
bouldering.
when we were
Makes
at
sense.
Splendor last
Dorks.
year, there was like a bouldering rock that a bunch of those Melbourne dudes were going to go and
Fuck!
climb on.
Can I please be your +1 for Splendor when I definitely don't get booked for it this year?
Gotta be nice.
I want a boulder at Splendor. I'll get so much pussy, dude.
I don't think you'll
Then I
do
guess
well.
You
at
won't get
Splendor.
pussy. You won't even be
Dude.
focusing on getting pussy as well. You'll be like, the Melbourne boys will think I'm cool.
Yeah.
I can solve
No.
a problem
You
by
could
grabbing
do-
this bouldering
You
thing.
could do the best bouldering run in the world. You would not do well at Splendor. The people there
Yeah,
are
I
not.
don't know if that's your vibe.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fuck so much when I climb that rock at Splendor.
These women do not look like the women that go for you.
Oh man, that's
Yeah.
good. Well, once I pop this lid and climb that rock, they'll know.
Like I'm not going to do well there either.
yeah.
Like, but
No, I'm gonna fuck.
no, you're not. We'll probably be in the same tent.
sucking your own dick.
Oh, Rose, get out of here!
I'm busy.
Fuck yeah,
We'll be waking up in the middle of the night,
yeah.
He's just here.
sucking your own dick, man. Yeah. My
I'm
back.
snapped in half. My legs have separated from my body. Fuck, Rose, I was trying to suck my own dick. It's Splendor.
Where's call the emergency services, please?
We dedicate tonight's gig to Andrew
Yeah.
Hastings.
You gotta tell all the
Passed
other comics
away
next day
after he
it's like-
snapped in half trying to suck
Because
his
you
own dick in
can
the
break
tent.
your neck trying to suck your own
Taking
dick.
Yeah, you
Hastings-
could do some really bad damage to your back.
Taking Hastings down their first aid tent, all folded in half.
With his dick still in his mouth, too.
But like you walk in and they,
Refuse to take it
you
out.
walk in and they know that. No, yeah.
He says it's
Another
the only
one.
thing that's giving him
A little old
comfort.
for that, aren't you,
We had a
mate?
couple of blokes in here yesterday for that one.
They try and give me the green whistle to like relieve the pain. Like, no, no, I don't know.
Before you fix
Well,
me,
they
I'm
can't get
about
the-
to bust.
They can't get the green whistle in there because it's already full.
Yeah. Then I come in my mouth and I'm like, oh, I thought I could move it in time. Spine is snapped.
Just imagining them being like, what seems to be the problem? Your mouth opens and all this cum just triples out.
All right.
That's probably a good place to end
Yeah,
it.
Rich Babe.
Duggan, do you have anything you want to plug, man?
Listen to the Mugg Off. The
Yeah.
Mugg
it's
Off
very good.
podcast. Come to my live show.
Yeah, you're
It's
doing
called-
Melbourne?
Yeah, Melbourne and Sydney. It's called Gift Horse. If you're not in either one of those cities, fucking come anyway.
You're not doing Brisbane?
No, no. Just Sydney and Melbourne. Yeah, buy some tickets to that. They're both on sale. It's going to be fucking red hot when I ride it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be-
Clock's ticking.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm acutely aware of how much time I have. And
I
it's
hear-
not a lot.
Duggan in his study being like, how do I top Nanette? Like, how do I?
Yeah.
All right. What do we want to plug?
Come to my Melbourne show as well. Mantra on Russell, 6 p.m, 5 p.m. Sundays, called Goddess. And I'm doing it in Sydney as well on the 6th and the 8th of May at 9:30 at the Factory. Come to that. Rose Alice Piper on Twitter and Instagram. Rose Piper on Facebook.
Follow me on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook and shit. Andrew Hastings, and I think on Instagram it's at Andrew Hastings 11. I think. I'm not doing festivals this year, so I'm doing a lot of gigs in Sydney. But it should be good. Come down. I'm actually funny at the moment, which is like unusual for me. So like,
come to
check
Splendor
it
in the
out.
Grass and see him sat atop the bouldering rock trying to suck his own dick.
Yeah.
And trying to get in the VIP bit because he just had to buy tickets.
Guys, let me backstage.
He's got his dick in his mouth, being like, "Zach died. You think this is funny?"
Yeah. Zach, I climbed the orange one.
ZD. He's just like looking around.
Yeah.
Do you want to plug our comedy rooms? Oh yeah, come to comedy at Papaghetti's third Tuesday of every month.
Yeah, and Powerbomb every Friday.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, at the end of this episode, at the end of at the end of this podcast, we always say to the next step. So to the next step.
To the next step.
To the next step.
My dick's full, but my mouth got big in my mouth.
Oh,